Albertans Mike Hanson and David Morin are not only longtime friends, they're also dedicated marathoners. And they're about to take on a huge challenge, 10 marathons in 10 days in all 10 provinces, starting tomorrow. They're doing this to raise awareness and funds for charities that keep children active. All right, Mike Hanson and Dave Morin are joining us from St. John's, where they are kicking off their journey. And the night before the beginning of this major adventure, walk us through your emotions.
Well, I'd say we're pretty excited right now. Actually, anticipation's been building for several days after we got here. A little nervous too, but we have to tell ourselves this is just one marathon we got to get through tomorrow, and we'll worry about the next one on Saturday.
Yeah, and nervous in what way? About what?
I guess a little bit is just what's coming ahead of us. We know, again, hopefully the first one shouldn't go too bad, but as we get into day 3, 4, 5, we're expecting to feel a great deal of discomfort as we go through this, and kind of that anxiety, I guess, that goes with that part of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, totally understandable. In our newsroom, we were all just blown away by the fact that you'd even consider doing this, much less, about to actually do it. Dave, take us back to the moment when the two of you decided this is something you wanted to do.
Well, this is a seed of an idea that goes back to early COVID days when Mike first had the idea and shared it with me. We've been talking about it for about the last 5 years, and it's really in the last year and a half that we were like, it's spring of 2025, and in the last 18 months we've been training. The last year we've been really focused on logistics, and the timeline goes right up till today until we're ready to start this thing tomorrow.
I want to come back to the logistics of the running in just a moment, but let's spend a couple of minutes on the cause behind it, and either one of you can answer this question, but talk about your personal motivation.
Well, for me, about 13 years ago, my oldest two boys, twin boys, were diagnosed with autism. My wife and I, as we've gone through that journey over the past 13 years, we've been fortunate that we've been able to provide them with the support they needed, but we saw way too many kids getting left behind. So we wanted to be able to do something that could have a significant impact for kids, not just kids with autism, but kids that have any kind of barrier to get into sports or other community support. So that was kind of the big motivation behind this, and pushing ourselves physically and then finding a way to raise a whole bunch of money while we're doing it.
Yeah, and we just looked at a picture of your two kids there, fantastic looking young men. Dave, what about your motivation?
So for me, there's a few things. Part of this was supporting a mentor and friend of mine, Mike, in this huge endeavor. I'm really excited about that. One of the organizations we decided to support with this is Big Brothers Big Sisters, and that's an organization I volunteered with for the better part of a decade, and I saw how much of an impact there can be had on youth in our community who otherwise might not have that mentorship, and how far that goes. For both of us too, we've been involved in sports our whole lives and don't think we would be where we are now without that. And the third organization, Kids Sport, that we're supporting, seeks to remove financial barriers for kids who might not otherwise have the ability to pay for equipment or registration. So all told, all of this is about supporting Canadian kids, doing something that we love, and pulling the community together to have an impact for Canadian kids.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes left, and so let's talk about the running part of this. 42 kilometers a day, 422 kilometers over 10 days. Mike, you mentioned a little bit of nervousness, completely understandable. What do you think physically the challenges are going to be?
I think the big challenge on this is staying injury-free. We've pushed ourselves quite a bit in the past, even through the training. And it's just, you can get something to go wrong on you, and whether it's you hurt your ankle or your knees or hips or something like that. So, if we could stay injury free, I feel we can push through just about anything. We're not trying to set any speed records here. So if it takes a little longer, we will. But once you get into some pain, the mental aspect of it definitely can start to pick up too. But we've got each other to rely on, which I think will be a big help as we get into some of those tougher days.
Dave, do you think you're going to get any sleep tonight?
I've been sleep banking. I set a record for myself with 14 hours of sleep on Monday. So there's some hours in the bank that we'll be pulling. We do have a bedtime for ourselves, so we're going to hope to get to bed, and we'll see whether the anticipation keeps us up. But sleep's a big part of this over the 10 days. We'll be trying to do that. We'll be trying to keep healthy on nutrition and hydration, and of course, staying injury free throughout this.
One last quick question, and either of you can answer. Is this a thing, 10 and 10 and 10? Like, did you see somebody else do it and decide to try it, or are you guys inventing this?
I'd say we invented this. We haven't seen this exact thing. We've seen lots of people push themselves to their limit to try to raise money. This just felt something that worked really well for us as Canadians and kind of fit in with basically what we think our limits maybe could be with you guys that still have full-time jobs and kids and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this was a bit of our creation here.
Yeah, well, fantastic. Good luck. And you are hitting, of course, all 10 provinces over the next 10 days. So good luck with that. And thanks for speaking with us.